What is up, everyone? I'm here with an extended version of the video I just posted, a little 30-second teaser of the statue. So this one's going to be a little bit longer, just so I can show everything on it. It's about 98% done. That is not the stand it's getting. Hopefully it's going to be that one that's printing right there. And if not, that one's going to go to the Hunter. That one's like more like a little rocky with some plants on it. I wanted to do something different. I really don't want to do Forerunner architecture. That seems to be what some people put on there. I just want something different. So I do still offer my other stands that I make. A lot of people do like the Forerunner stand that I have, but I wanted to try something different. It's actually likely to go to the Hunter if it even fits on there. I have a feeling I am going to have to make an even bigger stand for that one. So what this is, if you didn't know, is the Master Chief from Camden Evolved with the Energy Sword. It is done, as I said. I'm going to show it up close for anybody that's interested in owning one. Now, one thing so it's a 5th scale, so I just measured it. It's like 17.25 to 17.5 inches. I didn't really I just kind of sat up and looked. It's pretty somewhere around there. Now the other one that's this pose, that's a 6th scale version, but that 5th scale might be a little bit taller due to the pose. It's how they all are. Even the Infinite version that I have a whole bunch of, they're all different heights due to the actual pose. Now I'm going to show, I do use magnets that hold them to the stand. And if you want to know what that looks like, I can't really show you because all the ones I've made so far are gone. That people bought them. So this is how they're done. And so they sit inside here, and then I just fill this in with, I use a putty to fill them in, and then the same thing with the stand. The stand, you can see these one. Actually, you know what? That's not right. That's wrong. I just put the magnet in here, and then I cover it. I'll even show you. So over here. So I'll put the magnet in there, and then I'll cover it with this little disc. And so all you really see is this disc. I don't paint the disc. I could paint the disc, but I just don't. I think it looks really nice. If I even have, I have a magnet up there, but they're stuck to the thing. So yeah, so that's what you'll see. This will be painted over, and then it'll just be with the silver magnets in there, and then the plastic thing is glued over them, and that's how they are. And then the stand gets drilled, and then I cover that with putty, trying to hide it the best I can, but it's impossible to hide it completely. So that is how they work. Now I'm going to stop this first. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to show him a little bit while he's moving. It's easier to let you see more of it that way. Now these markings that you see, they do vary. I can't reproduce them exactly on every one. I'm not an assembly line. And plus, you don't want your statue, nobody else's will be exactly like yours. So they are custom in that way. And a lot of times you see that mask, it has little marks on it. That's the way it's staying. I hate having, I mean, most of my masks are usually with nothing on them, but this one is not going to be like that. It's going to keep those little imperfections. They're staying. So if you don't like that, then you know what, this statue's not for you. I like it. I'm leaving it. You know what, in the future, the gold's probably going to be different. I actually used a gold. This actually, the gold on this mask, I never used. It's a one of a kind one. I mean, there is some that's similar, but this particular one, I'm telling you, I've never used that gold paint ever. And again, those little imperfections came out, and I was like, you know what, I'm keeping them because it almost looks like there's water on this mask. I'll show it up closer in a few, but so that's what he looks like. I'm gonna stop him right here. So this is the first time I ever used fluorescent paint for his lights. If you saw the Hunter I'm working on, I actually started using the fluorescent paints on an AR for the first time. I did the white and I did the little dot on the AR, and it would look like the AR was on. I was so happy with it. I'm like, holy shit, because I'm usually just trying to put that fluorescent paint over the wrong color or just a blue paint. Like the other ones I've done like that. So it's gonna show it's in there. I have to go in there and clean it up, but not this, but to fix it. And then I know there's a little blue light right there. There are little blue lights inside, but sometimes I just don't feel like painting them. I mean, they are. You can't see them because of the light, but there are blue lights in there. I think I put a white one before. Like there's a little chrome on him. All right, it's off. So just let you look at his work. This is an area I'm probably going to do a little more silver. I just noticed it like stands out to me, so I will do that. But I just want to give you a good look at. There we go. Have to work on him. That is gloss coated the sword. Now his mask will get gloss coated as well. I'm not going to use my spray can on it because I love it, but I'm just not gonna. So you can see the lights are on right there, and if anybody's wondering why they're like that, I don't want them to be perfectly perfect in there because I want them to look like they might have a little overglow, if you know what I'm saying. So, but there you can see how he looks. I'll let him turn around a little more. I like to get everybody get a good look at how he's looking. The work that's been done to him. Sorry, I know I don't have professional videos, but this is how I rock, man. This is how I do it. I'm not gonna sit here and spend 30 minutes cutting together a video to show the same thing. I like to talk over it and really get in there and show the work that's done to the statue. Because people are going to spend a lot of money on these, and I want them to see it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to give like this faraway video, and you're like, what am I actually getting? I like to let you get a look in there. And this is now I will say when you're zoomed in very close, especially on the high, like these cameras, it probably looks less flattering than say from here. But this is how you see it. Trust me, you're not going to see it like, that's, you gotta understand what you're looking at. Because even I'm like, damn, it looks so much better from like a foot, like 6 inches away than zoomed in like a microscope. But I like to show it up close still so you get a view of what it looks like. See all the detail that's done to it. I love that song. So yeah, this is fluorescent blue paint. I love it. I absolutely love it. I wish I would have used it on the other ones I did, but at the time it just wasn't happening. But now I have it. I'll be using it moving forward on a lot of stuff. Matter of fact, on Marcus back there, he's gonna get it on his. It's not. It is pretty close to the Gears of War blue. Theirs is a little lighter than that. But there's nothing I can do. Maybe even if I might be able to water down the paint just a little bit, but I'm not sure that would really do much, and I don't want to add any paint to it because it's fluorescent. What am I gonna do? Add white? That's not gonna do it. See those on there, and then you can see little blue ring around his head up there. So I'm happy with the way he came out. I was just telling my brother, I'm like, man, I really want to keep this statue. There's people out there that want it already. And they're probably gonna have to order one. So, I try to show everybody that I work on, but sometimes I just can't. I don't have time to keep making the videos because it's just, like I gotta do this. I actually just taped off his wing. I gotta finish that. This has gotta get done. A Battle Cat, which I didn't show today, I just did his face. Sorry about that, but so I'm gonna let him turn around a little bit more, just to get a good look at the work on him. If you're interested in owning one of these, I do sell them. I always say this, I would literally just sell the paint job, the statue's free. So, this way there's, I'm just selling for my work. And yes, they are a bit expensive, but that's what they cost. If you want this, that's what you're gonna pay for it. I'm sure if you wanted to make your own, or there's other people that probably charge less for their work. That's great. Yeah, so I'm really happy with the way it looks. Again, I can't wait for the stand to get finished, and then I can get this on the stand. And like I said, unless it fits on the Hunter, unless the Hunter fits on it, this guy's going to be going on it. So let's take a look. And yeah, this is by the way, I know there's many ways to look at the Chief. This is the style. If you follow me or you've seen my work, this is how I always do them. I try to make them look, I guess in my opinion, more realistic to what they would probably look like in real life, instead of the I don't want him to look like a toy. He'd probably look more beat up than this in real life if you think about it, for all the stuff. Come on, if you're like me, you run through the board and you're bashing, and you know what I'm saying. His armor would be beat to shit. But anyway, so I try to give him that balance of, he looks battle worn, but he still doesn't look like he would just have hardly any green left on him. So I'd have to paint him silver and do green battle damage for what he would probably look like in real life after going up against some hunters. But yeah, so hopefully you like this statue. Again, I do a lot of different ones. If you look through my work, you'll see a bunch. Again, they are a little costly, but that's you want my work. That's what it costs. I really put a lot of dedication into these. I'm a huge Halo fan, just like anybody that would ever buy one of these has got to be a big fan. So from one fan to another, I try to do. I wish somebody was doing these back in the day when I was collecting. I still collect, but I make my own now. So, although, like I said, I can't even keep one. So, all right, everyone, don't forget to like, follow, share, and stay tuned. There's more stuff coming through. It might not all be Halo, but it'll be cool. All right, peace. I love that part of the song. Who doesn't, right? All right, everyone, have a good one. Peace.